Mono Safaris, Tours and Travel. You want to have an adventure of a lifetime? Check them on their website, www.monosafaris.com. My guest this morning, wow, what a guest, Reverend Frederick Kirathi. He is a father, he is an author, the alphabet of leadership. He is a CEO. Today I'm having an interview with a CEO, Intentional Leaders Network. He is an entrepreneur and he is a PCA minister, Milimani Parish, Nakuru West Presbytery. Welcome, Rev.
Thank you so much.
What a joy.
Thank you for having me.
Your hands are full from where I sit.
I'm humbled.
To God be the glory.
To God be the glory.
We are so humbled to have you. I know it's a sacrifice for you to be here and share with us the nuggets of leadership. You're such an inspiration to so many people.
Thank you.
And I know people out there are waiting to hear what you have to say.
Sure.
I give this opportunity.
Thank you.
Say hi to our viewer and welcome them to the show.
Thank you. Good morning, viewers. As you said, my name is Fred Kirathi and I'm humbled to be here. Welcome to the show. Let's walk this journey of leadership. We climb this leadership staircase, a letter after the other. Thank you.
Wow, a letter after the other.
Thank you.
But it starts from A.
It's been
to B.
Yeah.
To C.
To C.
To D.
All the way to
and
Z.
And it continues.
Sure.
Just in case you're joining us, we are live on our socials. So please share this live so that you can reach out to so many people. We are live on Facebook, we are live on YouTube, and so let us know where you are at. If you have a question to my guest, please do ask. If you have a comment, you have a contribution to make as we proceed, you are invited to interact with us. Rev, it's a new year.
Sure.
But I think, are we still saying new year?
Yeah, because we are almost at the end of the first month of the year.
Nice.
Yeah.
We have this habit of setting goals every time we are starting the year.
Yeah.
And objectives.
Yeah.
And I'm sure you have a whole list.
Sure.
Just like I do.
Sure.
Now, last year we had goals.
Yeah.
And I don't know how many of our goals we were able to achieve. But I want to hear from you. 2 goals that you were able to achieve in 2025.
Wow. That's an interesting
Let me
one.
take you back.
Sure.
Yes.
Number 1,
Yes.
I had a tummy.
Mm.
That's an interesting one.
Yes.
And I decided I'm working on it.
Mm-hmm.
And between January and June, by June, I had already overcome my objective.
Wow.
I had moved from a 79 to 70 kgs. And the tummy became flat.
Well, I can see.
Never to go back there. Thank you.
Never to come back again.
Never to go back there again.
Mm-hmm.
The second one was to write a book.
Mm.
That was a serious project. I had postponed it like 4 years, doing small pieces. But last year I said, this book must be produced. Mm-hmm. So those are my 2 goals and I thank God for them.
Mm-hmm.
Among others now in the ministry and family and such.
Mm-hmm.
But 2 tangible ones.
Mm-hmm.
Losing weight
mm-hmm.
and writing a book.
So it's doable.
It's doable.
All things are possible.
Very.
Wow.
You need to be disciplined.
Mm-hmm.
You make up your mind and remain consistent.
Discipline.
Especially discipline.
Mm-hmm.
No matter as losing weight, discipline. No matter as writing, you've got to have a very high level of self-discipline. Mm-hmm. You don't need anyone to wake you up. You don't need to be reminded. It's boring. It's tedious. It's frustrating. But you have to remain disciplined and consistent.
But the fruits are sweet.
Wow, it's good.
So when you look at the book, actually this is a book we are talking about, the alphabet of leadership.
Yeah.
And you'll tell us more about the book as we continue. So here is the evidence.
Sure.
The other evidence, you can all see it.
Sure. Thank you.
Now, how do you remember your childhood growing up?
I grew up with my grandfather, who was an evangelist and a church elder. And most of the things I do in life, I must have picked from him. Not only me, but as a family. Because he was a man at his own level of doing things. For example, my grandfather was strict with time. The word strict cannot be emphasized. He could even ask you to show him a person who has ever been given an award for lateness, for him to go and add. So he used to say, I've never seen anyone awarded for lateness. We grew up with that culture. Time to us is of essence. And that's something picked from him. Number two, our grandfather was very smart. Not that he wore expensive clothes, but he was very keen on what he wears and how he puts it and matching and all that. Then he loved God. He loved God so much, and especially as an evangelist who never had a car or means of transport. Raleigh Parish had 16 congregations. Sometimes we could walk a whole 1.5 hours with him. So that childhood and the way he could interact with people and kindness, I picked so much from him. And being a minister today is a product of his mentorship, his nurture, and his prayers. Actually, on his deathbed, he asked me, are you still having the call to become a minister? And I told him that would be fulfilled. He never lived to see it, but here I am.
I'm sure he's happy.
He must be.
Wow, so the Kirathi we see came from your grandfather?
Robert Kirathi, yes.
Wow, so where we grow up is crucial on where we end up or how our lives turn up to be. Just like Timothy, his faith, his grandmother Lois, and his mother Eunice.
Sure.
So what's your message to parents who are bringing up children or grandparents who are raising up children?
You know, the scripture says you show the child the way to go. They will not depart from it. But that is also pushed a little bit by people like Miles Monroe. Don't just tell them, show them, walk with them. Live that life that you want them to finally pick up. So I picked that up from him. And parents, we need to be intentional in whatever we do. Because there is no book we are supposed to buy for parenting or...
There's no manual.
I mean, so we've got to be intentional and invest on our parenting styles and skills. And especially those of us who are parenting the generation we have right now. Because they don't have a mistake to be born in this generation. They have not done anything wrong to be born in a tech survey society. That is their time. My grandfather grew in another environment. You and I grew in another environment. It is not us to request the children to adjust to our system. It is us to upgrade ourselves to their system. Because they have been born in the system that is full of technology, internet, connectivity, and it's not their problem. Actually, we need to pick all the positives of their generation, and then we guide them in the way to go.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's very deep. It's us to adjust.
Yeah.
Our children are innocent.
They're innocent.
We can keep blaming them. As we didn't know about the phones. Some of us saw the phones when we were old enough. Yeah. But right now, a child who is in kindergarten can access a phone. So it is for us to change and catch up with the tech. You are a father, and I saw you boil so passionately. How has your family influenced you in your faith and the person you are in the ministry?
I didn't grow up with a father, and I kept telling myself when I'll have my family, I would want to be the best dad my children will ever have. I'm not sure I am, but I've made effort. At least to be present, because part of the challenges we have in parenting is absence of either of the parents. And it also has categories. There are those who are present, like that's where they are geographically, but they are strangers with their children. So they are present physically, but they are disconnected. They have no emotional attachment. There's nothing that they know. So I draw a lot of inspiration from my 3 girls and their mother And I would want them to turn to be children who know God, love God, fear God, obey God, and serve God. If there is nothing else I will invest in them, I think that would be great investment, because we are told beyond investing for your children, invest much in your children. Investing in is about character and value and discipline, that they can survive anywhere for so long as they have those ones. Otherwise, if we do not invest in them, they will waste away what we invested for them. But if we invest in and then also make an effort to invest for, now you can be sure you have a legacy behind you.
Wow. Invest in them.
In them.
But as we want to buy the shambas, we want to build the houses, and once we are gone, in less than 2 years, everything is gone.
Because now, if you buy a ranch and leave it to your children, but you never showed them what to do with that ranch, for themselves and for others, they will waste it away. Because to them, that's just soil. But if they know how they can value such, how they can also utilize it, maximize on it, then those are the inbuilt investments that can outlive any parent. That's my prayer and hope.
Oh, and I know your girls, I know you can give them a shout out to their names, wherever they are.
Faith Wanjiro is the firstborn.
Wow,
she just joined the Utumishi Academy, grade 10. Joy Wanjiro is in Green Garden, grade 9. And Michelle Wairimo, she's in Faith Good Start Academy. She's in grade 4.
Wow, nice.
Yeah.
Thank you. Just in case you're joining us, my guest this morning, Reverend Frederick Kirathi, and he is an author. He is a CEO. Today I'm having a conversation with a CEO. He's an entrepreneur. He's a proud dad, and he tells us the reason why he desires to be the best dad that he can be. And he is the parish minister, PCEA, Milimani
Parish.
That's in Nakuru West Presbytery. Just in case you're joining us, let us know where you are at. You can ask a question. If you have a question to my guest, you have a contribution. Today we're talking about leadership, and he's here to share with us his journey in leadership. At what point did you discover your calling? When did you know you're called for the ministry?
I gave my life to Christ when I was in Form 4. I usually say that was my serious turning point. When we sing that song, what should I be if I never gave my life to Christ? Ningekuwa wapi leo? I answer that question and I say I could be in jail, could be dead. Because I had started forming companies that were not very good. So by giving my life to Christ at Form 4, give my after Form 4 life some direction. I go back to my grandfather. I started moving with him to preach and to share the word of God. He would go with me and lead the service, and then I'm the preacher. The next Sunday, I'm leading the service. He's the preacher. So I worked with him. By the time I was like 4 years later, I could read the liturgy, the PCA liturgy, some of it offhand. So that was a lot of mentorship and training. And I started now having that move and goal and passion that there is a direction God is taking me of service, of preaching, of teaching the word. So I started making small efforts towards that direction. It never came easy, but it was a journey of youth, cashers, organizing missions, and some of the things I do today, I value the experience we learned when we were serving the youth ministry. So it was a long journey of service that led me now to make up my mind. Let me leave everything I do, let me focus on ministry. Yeah.
I've heard many young people saying that they struggle when it comes to identifying their purpose. Which are some of the cues to look out for someone who is watching us and they are yet to discover what their purpose is in life?
That's a tricky one, but it's also, if you're deliberate enough, you'll get to it. One day we attended a seminar, and the speaker, Mr. Sam Nganga, told us about on how to write down your vision. And one of the things he said, write down what is your passion. First of all, put it down. What do I do with ease?
Without struggle.
What do I do without struggle? What can I be woken up at midnight and told to do, and I do with ease? Is it public speaking? Is it singing? Is it talking to some other people? Is it praying such that you can feel I'm being called to become an intercessor? So that self-reflection made a lot of sense, because then I realized I'm very good in public speaking. So if you wake me up and tell me Uhuru Park is full and they need someone to talk to them, so long as I know the content and what is to be delivered, I'll just go and present myself. So I had not seen public speaking as a strength prior to that seminar. So when I wrote public speaking, then I followed it up. What are you telling people? Then, because that time is when you are reading the Bible day, evening, you love the Word of God. So I thought, why can't I speak the Word of God? So that seminar became like a turnaround of what I became hereafter. So for any person struggling to know their purpose in life, first and foremost, what do you do with ease? What is that thing that you can do without being coerced? What is that thing that you can do even without a pay? No one is paying you, but you're still doing it. What is that thing that you can repeatedly do even when your crew, the entire group you are with, has left it, but you're still feeling, let me do it. There lies one of your purposes in life. Thank you.
Wow. You're so passionate when it comes to leadership. You are the CEO of an organization that touches on leadership, Intentional, and you tell us why Intentional,
Sure.
and not another name, and also your book, It's on Leadership. What's your motivation?
Let me draw a small picture. I'll come to myself. We come from a continent that ought to be fulfilling the scripture in Deuteronomy, that you shall not borrow, but you shall lend. Africa ought to be at that level. Let me draw a small picture for our viewers for this continent. Africa is 30 million square kilometers, the entire continent. And out of the 30 million square kilometers, 3 million is arable land. So if Africa got one thing right, agriculture, one, leave minerals, leave the others, only one, agriculture, we would feed ourselves and would feed the world and would create wealth for the nations. Because that 3 million square kilometers, it's like combining Kenya and Uganda and Tanzania and Burundi and Somalia and Southern Sudan. You imagine the whole of that space, you remove the buildings, you remove people, you remove cars, you just cultivate that land. Why are we still hungry? Why are we still reporting today that we have counties facing starvation? So it's not about what God has given us. God has given us the land. The land is arable. The land we can cultivate, but we are still hungry. So if you relate to that one, poor leadership. That is number one. Number two, we come from a continent whose average population is 19 years old. Actually, statistics say that 60% of the people in Africa are below the age of 25. That's a resource. That's energy. That's strength. That's time. That's a population that can take a risk, begin something. If it fails, I can pick it up and start again. But how are we using them? We are recruiting them to be gangs, to be goons, to be political tools and objects. Poor leadership. Number 3, this continent is endowed with minerals, some of which the world can never do without. Cobalt, coltan, platinum. For technology, electronics, and batteries, they are only found in this continent. By saying rich in them, you're talking of 70% plus. But we are still poor, we are still borrowing, we are still fighting, we are still killing each other. But then, coming down to the nation we are in, we have a very rich country again. Let me go back to agriculture again, because there was a statement by the president of World Bank that the next billionaires of the world will be farmers.
Wow, interesting.
So, Catherine, if you want to become a billionaire,
get into farming.
The quick route is farming. And he said the only space that they can become the billionaires in farming is in Africa. But he lamented, hopefully our leaders are aware of that. Even as I sit here, I pray, hopefully our leaders
are aware of it.
Are aware of it. Because that's a very huge statement said by a person of that caliber and that level. So even in our country here right now, if there is one thing we need to get right, beyond all the other things that we are doing, let's get it right on agriculture. Our preaching will be easy, because we'll be preaching to people who are already well fed and they have money. So their stomachs are okay, their pockets are okay. I hope we can get it right, because we also have a nation that is so endowed with so much that we can utilize.
So you're saying our problem is leadership.
Leadership.
And not just in the country, even in our churches, even at our homes, because it starts from home.
Yes. Actually, Wagara Maathai gave us a formula. She told us of the hummingbird story. Fetching that little water to go and put off the fire. I think that's where I am. I know what I'm doing is very small. But if each of us was positive in our area of influence, however small that is, and let it begin not even from the family, from the self. It must be internal first. 2 scriptures. Above all else, guard your heart. You're not being told to guard our cars, to guard our properties, to guard our clothes. Above all else, guard your heart. Why? All the issues of your life, whether leadership, whether earning, whether spending, they come from the heart. The second one, and is my favorite, Proverbs 23:7. As you think, so you are.
So you are a reflection of your thoughts.
So as you think, so you are. And that scripture made me in 2022 to read over 10 books on thinking. As you think, so you are. So the first area of influence is yourself. I cannot go to change you or change another person if I'm still struggling with the same unchanged character and such. Then from there, influence your family. Those people who are around you, when you fly with whatever and you go outside the country or wherever, you'll end up there. So influence those people positively, and they can also be your agents of change as you try to progress. Then your area of calling. You are here inviting people from all over, interviewing them, because we want to tell the world how possible it is to do things. That's an area of influence. You're influencing people through your guests. I'm influencing people through my parish, through the pulpit, through the preaching. So it begins somewhere from the individual, then the small influence. That circle continues growing and growing and growing. Eventually we'll change a nation, we'll change a continent.
So start with Jerusalem.
Jerusalem.
Before you even go to Judea.
And the real Jerusalem is internal.
Wow, hold it there, Rev. Just in case you're joining us, I can see everyone on Facebook. Please let us know where you are at. Thank you, Mary Mothoni. Say hi to Reverend Kirathi. He's a great man of God. I welcome questions. I welcome your contributions. And anything else you say to her, you have to say to our guest this morning. And this show this morning, brought to you by Maono Safaris. If you want to have an encounter, an adventure of a lifetime, check them out. They'll be ready to help you out, hold your hand, and help you explore the world. Let's get back, Rev. Your organization, Intentional Leaders Network, why intentional?
You know, you've got to make a deliberate intent what you want to do. Let me reflect that from something else. In our liturgy of marriage, in somewhere it says that marriage should not be entered haphazardly. So you have to have made up your mind, I'm getting into a relationship. There is nothing we should attempt to do if you're not intentional about it. I cannot seek the office of a governor if I'm not intentional about it. So, Intentional Leaders Network is because there is little you can do on your own. We need to build a network. This network must have made up their mind that we want to cause some positive change. So it must be intentional. Your motivation is something coming from inside you that I find value in me, and I think this value can benefit another person, can benefit a generation. That's why it is Intentional Leaders Network. And we are still growing that network.
How big is it now?
A person after the other. One, right now it's operating online, and every time we release a message, the response is in thousands. So we are growing that online community. We see how much it can go.
So how can we be part of it? Probably there's someone who is watching out there. What are your goals? Do you have like meetings? Do you have like projects? Do you have like seminars, workshops? Or you're yet to get there?
Yeah, that's what we are rolling. We are rolling this year because we want to have weekly engagements with the online community. One that this something done on free basis. So we want to start engaging people. Our first topic of the year to begin the month of February is habits. Habits. Let me say something about habits.
Please
because
do.
something I'm reading that is exciting. We are our habits.
Wow. Habits is what we do all the time.
Even without a second guess.
Yes.
The way you drive, you have a habit of how you drive. The way you speak, it's a habit.
The way you
The way you eat is a habit.
That's interesting.
So habits. And so many authors are saying we are our habits. So there is a habit you usually do.
That's me there.
There's someone, if you ask, that's a habit. So, and some of the habits become like a disease. So we are working on something on habits. Because what we are thinking is this. They are bad habits. They are good habits. How do we manage or kill or quit the bad habits? And how do we form the new habits?
Wow.
My losing weight
Yes.
had come from habits. Because I had to quit so many habits of when, where, and what I eat. It was about habits. So one of the lessons we want to begin in February
Habits.
is engaging people on habits.
Hold it there, Rev.
Thank you.
I want us to take a very short break, but before then, thank you so much everyone watching and letting us know where you are at. Haron Musioka, the real Jerusalem is internal. That's amazing. Thank you so much. Jimmy Collins, hi Shiko, say hi to Rev Kirathi, watching all the way from the US. Thank you so much. Great Rev Kirathi is a man to watch. He's a change agent. A motivation is something coming from inside you. George Kehoro saying you are a great man. Thank you. Rose Marimbe, I know she's watching all the way from Saudi Arabia, tuned in from Saudi. Salimia Rev Kirathi, alikuwa church member wetu Rungere kule Ngwashe. Them days.
Yeah.
We'll take a very, very short break. Don't go away. We'll be back in a few. You're watching Behind the Face here at CAC TV. My guest this morning, Reverend Frederick Kirathi, and he has offered a book, The Alphabet of Leadership, and he's going to tell us more about this book. It's a copy that you can't miss out. And so we'll be back in a few. I'm your host, Wanjiko Kamau. Stay tuned.
I take this opportunity to welcome you to this beautiful, serene, and lush learning environment. We have taken care and we are intentional to ensure that your stay here is beautiful, memorable, and fun-filled.
Ready for the adventure of a lifetime? Discover Africa with Mono Safaris, Tours and Travel. Join us as we take you on unforgettable journeys to the most stunning destinations. Whether you're seeking thrills or calmness, we have the perfect tour for you. Make memories that will last a lifetime. Meet new friends, connect with loved ones, and immerse yourself in diverse cultures. Book now and enjoy your first adventure with us. Explore Africa with Mono Safaris, Tours and Travel. Your adventure awaits. Visit us at our website www.monosafaris.com or email us info@monosafaris.com or give us a call on 111-504-807. Mono Safaris, Tours and Travel. We are because we love what we do. Welcome back. You are watching Behind the Face here at CAC TV. Thank you so much for everyone. I'll go through a few messages and then I'll get back to my guest this morning, Reverend Frederick Kirathi, all the way from Nakuru. That's where he is ministering at the moment, and you tell us how ministry is at that end.
Thank you.
And we'll get back to that in a few. Samuel Wafula, you're saying I'm blessed that I believe that's your member. Beatrice Muraguri, tuned from South Sudan. Wow, thank you, from South Sudan. Masi Nyakash, a great leader we have in Rev Kirathi, waiting for the engagement on habits, watching from PCS St. Ninians.
Yes, that's our church.
Koni home.
Yeah.
Wow. Let's get back to habits, Rev. You're saying we are what we do every day.
Precisely.
Wow.
Because you don't second guess a habit.
It just comes automatically.
It just comes out. And you see, that habit could be insulting people.
And you don't know.
It just comes out. Mm-hmm. So how can we form good habits?
And how do I know the habit that I'm fond of is not a good habit?
Actually, we'll get into a point where we'll do like a scan or an audit of our own habits. Because if there is something you do and then people are left either angry, irritated, dissatisfied, then ask yourself why.
There's something wrong.
If I'm driving and I'm always hooting on the road, someone else may ask, what was the hoot for? And probably it's a habit I learned and I've never thought about it. So we want to walk a journey of self-scan and self-audit.
2026.
Yes.
Hey. It's time to scan your habits. I have this habit of doing like this.
Yes.
But I think that one is harmless. That one causes no harm to anyone. Let's get to the book.
Yes.
The Alphabet of leadership. You say it was a goal at 2025.
Yes.
Goal, and here the book is.
Sure.
What motivated you to write this book, and why the alphabet of leadership?
Ben Carson tells us, you may never meet the great people of the world. Like, for example, I've never met Ben Carson. I've never met Miles Monroe, John Maxwell. But then Ben Carson tells us, but if you read what they have written, he uses a sexual language, your mind and their minds get into an intercourse. So I thought the best way to communicate to the world is through what is written. God has been speaking to us through the prophets of what they wrote and the apostles. Even the other religions like Islam, they communicate through what Muhammad wrote. We go to school to read mathematics, what Carrie Francis wrote, what Isaac Newton wrote. So the best way to communicate to a larger audience, and also to communicate even years when you are gone, is through writing. So when I learned that, I thought all these issues of leadership that I'm speaking in seminars, in forums, in corporate, but also in churches, into other groups of couples, why don't I put my minds and my thoughts together? And I organize them in a way that is coherent, that is easy to follow. And the easiest way to follow, take a letter, look at all the values, extract the values that are coming out of it, blend it with the scripture, but also with inspiration from other authors. Because we're not the original authors, the others who have written before us. You blend that in a way that someone now can follow, read, and follow what we are talking about.
And here we have the alphabet of leadership, volume 1, A to C. So this is letter A, B, and C.
Precisely.
Touch a bit on each. Maybe we can start with A and letter A.
My favorite is attitude. Attitude is almost everything. If you have a positive attitude, even if you are in a serious mess in the mud, the attitude will keep telling you, I'll get out of this. Because attitude is what you tell yourself, what you push yourself to do. And you see, children are born from the inside. Children are born from the inside. Even a chick comes from the inside the egg. So I think we need to work on our
inside.
Our inside. Our attitude matters a lot. Then B is about belief. We need to believe again and again that all will be well. When someone sits down and says, I believe my tomorrow
Will be
better than today. That's a belief. That's a prophecy. C, I love character.
That's my favorite as well.
I love character. Because it tells a lot. If you tell yourself, if you set some goal somewhere, and then along the way you don't even remember you had the goals, it's all about your character. If you are not concerned about, for example, keeping time, it's all about your character. If you can say something and then you feel like you offended someone and you can't apologize, it's all about your character. So by picking either the attitude, the belief, now if you add the others now, in this belief, be bold. Because if you're not bold enough, this society will not give you space. So be bold enough. So be aware of yourself. Awareness. This is a topic we keep telling youth. Every time we have a youth engagement, for the decades, I have found the topic self-awareness. The other day I asked the leaders in the church, adults, are you aware of yourself? Are you aware of your weaknesses and your strengths, yourself? Not your daughter, not your son, not the people you lead. Are you aware of yourself? So awareness, because I need to be aware of myself as a person. I need to know my weakness even before they are pointed up by other people. So that's some of the links that we want to walk as leaders. Because if I occupy an office, like now I'm a parish minister, if I occupy that office, and I still have my own issues that I have not dealt with, I'll bring my baggage to that office. So people will be ridiculing ministry. Not because the ministry had a problem, but it is because Kirathi as a minister had a problem.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hold it there, Rev. If you have a question, please do. I already have 2 questions. Can I bring on the questions? Or do we reserve them for the end? I see we've only 15 minutes. Question number 1. What advice would you give to a young person who is struggling with their faith?
Yeah.
That's question number 1. Question number 2. Ask Reverend Kirathi what are his thoughts on the Kiangai incident. Question number 3. Where can we buy the book? So do you touch on the questions, or do we reserve them for the end?
It's okay. The first one on the young person or any other person struggling with their faith.
Yes.
Matters faith are very personal. Even as we meet as a church, I will still be blessed or cursed as an individual.
Yeah.
And the problem we have today is that so many of us are not wanting to own and to be responsible with our own faith. So I'll go engage myself and take alcohol. But then I'm asked, why are you drunk? Because they bought me. Because she told me. Because he did. So I'm not accusing myself of why I'm drunk. So matters faith are very personal. Even before we come and now gather as believers to make it corporate. I will tell any young person there, own your faith. Be responsible of your own faith. Don't blame other people. Don't blame even your pastor. The pastor is only a guide, a shepherd. Because if we go to the river to drink water, the shepherd cannot force any animal to drink the water. So the drinking of water is a personal responsibility. So let me conclude matters faith by saying this. Jesus turned water into wine. But the fetching of the water and filling the jars was a human action.
So there is my part to play.
Precisely. And
Wow.
don't blame anyone.
Question number 2. What are your thoughts on the Kiangai incident?
Wow. That was an unfortunate happening. I may not say much because I also come from a church with structures. And I know the presbytery concerned and the General Assembly here are working on it.
But as a leader, give your thought as a leader now. From where you sit as a minister who shepherds and who conducts such
Yes.
ceremonies, what are your
Good.
thoughts?
This is where I was heading to. In every ceremony we do, we must strike some balance. And this balance is, there is a family that is mourning, there is the church conducting the ceremony, and there is another society here. They are not part of the family, they are not part of the church, they are society here. And sometimes we are getting collisions every other time. The Kiagai incident was only one. Every other time I'm finding people colliding with churches, and especially on funerals. For me to come to the Kiangai, let me go to something different. There are things we don't do in the Roman Catholic Church. We don't even debate. We don't even discuss. You can't even go to a funeral of a Catholic church and say, can I present a song? They even don't have that space for you. So each church has their own way of doing things. The PCA became kind. We can do tributes. But then we said, let's write down these tributes. And all of us know that. And I think even when the president is sending someone, they write a tribute somewhere. So sometimes we're also blaming the church, where we are also creating some commotion. But also there is a way we respond to any problem. That's also it's about myself as a person. So let me not say much about this. It was an unfortunate incident, but because I don't have the nitty-gritties of what had led to that, you know, the challenge with the social media and the media is that we pick the last sentence.
Amplify it.
We pick the last sentence, but we don't want to see what had happened for us to arrive there. So because I don't have the nitty-gritties, let me not comment. All that I know, whoever was offended, even as a minister, we pass our apologies. Yeah.
Well, thank you. Lucy Wamani, she says, wow, already in love with the book. It's Baze, please. You'll tell us, that's also in line with the question that I asked, where can people buy this book? You'll tell us as we proceed. And Shiko Johnson, my great mentor, Fred Kirathhi, I can't wait for what's ahead, blessing upon blessing. Karo Morungaro, she says, despite the father of being a reverend, he is also a great man, motivating leaders as easy as ABC. I like that.
Thank you. We are.
I like that.
Sorry.
Yeah, please.
We're in the process of putting our book on Amazon and distributing it to bookshops. It's not yet officially launched. We'll be launching it on 8th of March. On 8th of March. There is a lot we want to do that weekend. One, we will be celebrating our 18th anniversary in marriage.
Wow. Congratulations.
So, thank you. So, because we got married on 8th of March. Now, it's falling on a weekend. We want to do something on matters family and couples. It will be in Nakuru. The venue, we are still in discussion. Because as a minister, there are so many things we do in church. But there are also others offering, why don't you bring it to our hotel, why don't. So the specific venue, we shall communicate on all our social medias. But right now, we are sending copies to individuals from wherever they are. They can reach us through my number and through my Facebook account. That's how we are reaching most of the people. And actually the books are moving. So my number that people are using is 0721 88 46 32.
Please say it again.
0721 88 46 32. You write there, we respond. Yeah.
Oh, this is a book worth having. I already have my copy with me.
And it's 1,000 shillings.
Only.
Only.
It's a resource. It's worth having. Thank you, Joseph, saying great show, following from Dubai. Thank you so much. Other from Dukes, thank you for taking time to let us know where you are at. Rev, like I said earlier, on your hands, it's like your hands are full. What else do we expect from you?
When you expect the other volumes of the book, because when I sent the publisher the work, he told me if I produce this book, it will be 3,600 pages. So he advised, let's do it in volumes. So this volume 1. Volume 2 is coming soon, before May or June thereabout. We are finalizing on it. So expect that one. Expect also engagements on organized seminars, both online and physical. We are entering the corporate world. We have realized that if we didn't have, especially the private sector, the economies of the world were already collapsed. How do we take values and character and good leadership to the corporate world? So we're entering to the corporate world, and we are talking to banks and to SACCOs and to organizations, law firms, because there is a lot that we can do with those people. And we believe in influencing one leader after the other. So we have already rolled out programs where we are working with the corporates. Yes.
Wow, the future is bright.
Hopefully.
How are you able to balance being a dad, being a parish minister, which is also very demanding, I know, being able to sit down and write, being able to manage your organization, and also you're an entrepreneur? How are you able to balance your time?
I come from a school of thought that says I think it was said by Brian Tracy, if you want something done, give it to the busy people.
Oh, absolutely.
If you want something done, give it to the busy people. These people tell you, leave this to me, I'm available. They will not do it. Because you've got to manage your hours. Let me go back to my grandfather. My grandfather had made us calculate even how many bus stops we have from Larry, Uplands, to Limuru town. Because he used to tell you, if you want to be there at 10 a.m., then calculate from the time you leave the house, how many minutes you will walk, give each bus stop like 5-10 minutes, because that's not a taxi, it's a matatu you are using. So he had already made us calculate that way. So if you calculate your hours, we have 24 hours for heaven's sake. There is a lot we can do with it. A lot, without abandoning your core ministry, because now the core mission is parish and preaching. But let me also say this. We need to embrace technology. There is a lot we are doing matters online. Last year we trained our leaders. Previously we used to elect leaders in church. We look for a Saturday, 3 hours, we commission them the same day to work for a whole year. Last year we trained them for 13 days, but they all happened online.
Wow.
What does that mean? That I can access my vice chancellor, where I'm a student at International Leadership University. The vice chancellor spoke to us for 1 hour. We picked a senior lecturer there. We pick a minister who is in Nairobi. We pick someone who is not even in Kenya to come and speak to us online. Right now we are writing a strategic plan as a parish. And we said why strategic plans fail is because we only pick a small committee, we lock them somewhere with a consultant, and 2 months later they bring us a document that is strange. Ours, we began the other way around. We are training every member of the church on how to write a strategic plan, what is it. And on May 10, we'll be holding a document called Strategic Plan for Milimani Parish. But we also expect FREDRICK Kirathi as an individual to come with his own document. Where do you want to go for the next 5 years? I also need to come with my strategic plan for my family. Where do you want to be as a family in the next 5 years?
Oh, wow. It's also important we do it even for families.
And then, my wife is a business person. I expect her to come with her animal feeds with a strategic plan. Where does she want to go for the next 5 years? So we are pushing people to learn how to write their own even before we write the church one. And because they will already be having the nitty-gritties of a strategic plan that they are implementing one for the church will be very easy. So that's the line we have taken by embracing technology. Because all those lessons happen 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. at the comfort of your home. So even these things that we want to do, we have really, really embraced technology.
Wow. That's a new one. Embrace technology and do a strategic plan for your life.
Precisely.
That's interesting. Where you want to be, where you want to go in the next 5 years.
No, very serious. Let me tell you this.
Yeah.
After reading books on strategic thinking and strategic management, I've realized, that's when I realized I don't have my own. There is an interview question we always give to interviewees. Where do you see yourself in the next 5 years? That's a question we usually ask in every interview. Probably even coming to CAC, you ask that question.
True.
Now, the interviewer need to sit down on the seat of the interviewee and ask him or herself, where do you see yourself in the next 5 years? As a father and a husband, I need to show myself where I'm heading for the next 5 years. So many of us don't have anything. I don't want to ask whether Catherine has one.
Honestly, I don't. I don't have a strategic plan for my life. I'm challenged.
I should send you the links. You
Please
follow
do.
the remaining classes such
do.
that by May you will have. Do you know even today the president ruling the country of Kenya is Mr. Kibaki through a document called Vision 2030. When Uhuru became president, all he did was to look for resources to fund Vision 2030. what the president is doing right now is looking for resources to fund Vision 2030. I think we need to organize ourselves. I wish we can even write our strategic plan for this continent. And we say this is where we want to go for the next 5 years or the next 50 years. And I'm sure we can get there.
My viewer, do you have a strategy plan? An SP, that's what we call it. Please let me know if you do. And please be honest on this. Rev, how do you grow yourself spiritually? Because there's a lot you're doing. You are giving out to people. How do you nourish yourself?
One, I read a lot.
Tell us the book you are reading currently and your favorite author.
My favorite author has been John Maxwell.
Yes.
For the longest.
Yes.
I think I've read John Maxwell for the longest, even the Bible now. The John Maxwell Leadership Bible. The other one is Miles Monroe. I read a lot. But can I surprise you?
Please do.
This year, I'm reading my own work.
That's interesting.
Reading my own work,
Yeah.
because I want to internalize these things here and then practice them. But I've also read some of those international speakers. They can start for a whole 3 hours and talk of their work as they blend it with other works. So I will first of all want to read what I wrote. And probably by the time I'm done with this book for the third time, I might change some few things. Because that's the only way you can grow. But I also read the Bible so much. And now embracing technology again. Now, if you are traveling, you can read, you can hear audiobook or audio Bible. Let us not say we don't have time to read, because we can listen.
When you're in traffic, you can utilize that time.
You can get into a matatu,
listen.
put your earphones, switch on to a book, listen to someone talking that book, or even scripture. So if you commit yourself, if you are commuting every morning and you are seated for 1 hour between station A and station B, you can have listened to 4 chapters of a book. So if you decide between January and December, you'll have finished Genesis to Revelation.
So let's stop saying you don't have time.
That's a fallacy. Yes.
Hold it there. Our time is up, unfortunately. Wow. I see Helen Mushogu. She says, thank you, Ray, for the powerful teaching through the book. Looking forward to read it. People are looking forward to have this book. It's here. I already have my copy. It's a resource. So please make sure you get your copy. Catherine Wero, Osam Rev, na Injili inaendelea. Absolutely. Your parting shot as we end, and I know the PCA Church is celebrating 100 years since the first African minister was ordained, the likes of Akina Musa Gitao. Yeah. And it's a conversation that our viewer, you need to follow, because that will be happening in March. And I know you share with us your thoughts in a few. But it's a good moment to be proud of as PCA members, you know. And you've been a minister, you're standing on the works that were the foundation that was laid by those who are there. And I know in a few you'll be telling me how or what you feel and how that has influenced you at a personal level. But for now, please give us a parting shot for the show, and we look forward to having a part 2 of this.
Thank you.
And we've not even touched a quarter of what I had. So
thank you so much.
I hope you'll be able to avail again.
Thank you for having me here, and thank you, viewers. We were taught by John Maxwell that everything starts or falls on leadership. The word everything, it is from marriage to family to church to government to the corporate. Everything starts or falls on leadership. And each one of us is a leader. Each one of us. Even gangs have leaders. Thieves have leaders. So we can't say that we can ignore leadership. Let us grow this journey of understanding leadership. We are climbing a staircase, a letter after the other. Most importantly, lead yourself as you aspire to lead others. Thank you.
Wow. Thank you so much, Rev. It was
Welcome.
an honor having you. That was part 1. I know you'll avail for part 2 because there's a lot we need to talk.
Sure.
In the meantime, my viewer, that's the book, The Alphabet of Leadership. It's a resource, so please make sure you grab your copy. My takeaway for the day, have an SP. You too. I've been your host, Nchiko Kamau. See you next time. God bless.
Thank you.